from Asia, Mr. Shinohara Yuji, the JICA representative with us as our last panel to showcase how JICA assistant toward the digitalization in Cambodia, how JICA help in digital training, smart city, and much more. So please, Mr. Shinohara. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chair. And thank you very much for your time, the Excellency and the ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to introduce the JICA's activity in the digital sector, especially in Cambodia. So yes, thank you very much. So my name is Yuji, Shinohara representative of the JICA Cambodia office, especially in charge of the PPP sections and the digital sectors. Next, please. Next, please. Okay, so before entering the presentation, I'd like to emphasize why I am making the presentation. The JICA role in the purpose of the workshop is to engage the key stakeholders to implement the digital government project, especially their bilateral donors. So yes, I would like to introduce our activities and our schemes and our concrete project in Cambodia. Next, please. Yes, today's my agenda is that I have 3 topics. The first is to introduce the JICA's cooperation and policy and schemes in Cambodia, and the second is showing the current project supporting the digital government project, and the third is the way forward, what we will do in Cambodia for this digital project. So thank you. Next, please. So yes, please, next. First of all, I would like to explain very briefly about the JICA's cooperation and the policy and schemes. The next, please. Yeah, in the Cambodia, the JICA has 3 pillars. The first pillar is about the industrial development, like infrastructure issues, and the second pillar is about the better quality of life. It is related to the water and some urban development or something like that. And the third pillar is the most important for me to explain the digital government project and digital related project. We have a third pillar as the good governance support. And actually the project in the digital sector is located in this third pillar so far. Next, please. Yes, and in Cambodia, especially when it comes to the digital project in Cambodia, we have 3 main activities, like a training in Japan and the technical assistance and the surveys, and the partnership with the Japanese private sectors to accelerate the digital project in Cambodia. So, for example, the training in Japan, we have both the short-term training, like 2 weeks intensive training, and second is about the exchange student program. It's like 2 years or something. The JICA have a strong connection with the Japanese university, and we are inviting the Cambodian government official to study and to enhance their human resource development. And of course, the technical assistance too. We have DX mainstreaming, like focusing back on issues, central bank digital currency in Cambodia, and the cybersecurity issues, and the smart city project in Siem Reap. I will explain detail later. And also we have a PPP scheme. Actually now we are conducting the 27 ongoing projects in Cambodia for the working together with the Japanese companies. Of course, their business will be contributing to the SDGs and good society or good sustainable economic development. And the 10 out of the 27 projects are related to the digital project, let's say. Next, please. So, and in addition to that, as you know, JICA have a Yanlong project and the granted project like a scheme, and are actually in so far, like for example, the 2021, we have approximately the 500 million US dollar the portfolio. Of course, it depends on their kind of a year, but the average is 300 to the 500 million US dollar. And especially the Yanlong project is a very big project, and the granted project is kind of providing the equipment or some construction work without any loans or something. So let me explain the little bit about the first granted project, and this is related to the Pillar 1 and the industrial development. But we have a project for the development of the port electric data interchange system for the port modernization. The JICA have a strong portfolio in the Sihanoukville port, the very biggest port in Cambodia, and this is a very important logistic hub in Cambodia to connect it with not only the near ASEAN country but also the all over the world. And we have a Yanlong project, like a Sihanoukville port, new container terminal development project, now capacity of the container terminal. And also there we have several Yanlong projects to contribute to the water development like this. Next, please. Not only the Yanlong project and their granted project, but also that we have a technical cooperation project. And especially I would like to introduce the project for the implementation of the smart city approach to solve the urban issues in Siem Reap. The project outline is as written like here. The goal is the better urban environment in the Siem Reap. Is realized and through the smart city approach. As you know, smart city approach is the how can I say, not only to invite the ICT related company, but also the other business and the other kind of approach. But sometimes the traditional government approach is not be able to accept the business or kind of request or business needs because of it's quite new. But on the other hand, if we have a smart city approach, it's will be very easy for us to accept the business needs or DX issues or something like that. So I'd like to take note here, right? The JICA is not focusing the development in the very urban area, central area, but also the kind of a provincial level that we'd like to support the capacity. Next, please. And let me explain very briefly about the current projects. So next, please. Oh, next, please. Yes, training in Japan. I already explained it a bit, but now we have a group training in the ICT field has offered to the MPTC officers for around 38 trainers. On the topics such as the defense practice against cyber attacks and the telecommunication policy and the regulation and the ICT core personnel development, etc. So for 1 year, the JICA have maybe approximately 70 to 80 trainers to go to Japan. But of course, after the COVID-19 situation, we conduct an online training seminar. This kind of training approach is very effective for the Cambodian officer to have more enhanced their knowledge and experience. So next, please. We conduct the data collection survey for the DX activities in Cambodia, focusing the back home project. This technical survey, data collection survey was already done in the December 2021. But we have a strong cooperation with our National Bank of Cambodia, and especially the back home project is kind of a very cutting edge technology, and actually the Japanese company is supporting the establishment of the backbone system in the National Bank of Cambodia. And the JICA side would like to focus on more like a capacity development, how to manage their backbone system itself, and how to disseminate the backbone itself. And after dissemination, maybe the financial inclusion or kind of a transaction management is very important for us to know the Cambodian economy, because sometimes the informal economic sector is very big in Cambodia. So that's why now we are considering how to support this kind of backbone project. Yeah, this is one of the outstanding project and activity in Cambodia. So next, please. Yeah, and lastly, I would like to introduce the partnership with the Japanese private sector under the JICA audit scheme. So as you can see, the Japanese company is supporting the developing country like Cambodia, and the JICA is supporting not only the financial issue, but also the sometimes connection with the Cambodian government. And as I mentioned in the earlier, this business have to be contributing to the Cambodian society. We are not inviting the all kind of sort of the business. This is because the JICA have to intermediate intervention this kind of a Japanese company's business offer. So next, please. Yeah, I would like to explain some concrete project. The first is the National Social Security Fund related. The Hitachi is one of the outstanding company in Japan in terms of the ICT, and the Hitachi is supporting the capacity to register the NSSF, which is their public insurance for the poor people. Now the approximately 60% is not covered of the NSSF public insurance because of the lack of the capacity to register something like that. And we would like to solve this problem with inviting the Japanese companies to support the capacity development of NSSF. So next, please. And one more thing is about the education issues. We invited the Japanese company, the name is the Wanda Lab in Tokyo. And they are providing the application for the education, like children can learn without very detailed writing or detailed reading or something. Just as they have an iPad or they have a smartphone and download the app, and even they cannot read or they cannot write down or something, they can learn the logical thinking or mathematics sometime. So I think you can see some pictures like without any kind of a character or without any sentence, they can learn the kind of a critical thinking or logical thinking. So this is a quite the unique solution, because we can approach the very poor or very how can I say it, not rich people located in the rural area. If the JICA will be able to provide some iPad or smartphone to them, they will be able to learn even they didn't have a good education or something like that. So this is a quite the innovative approach for the education. So yes, next please. So this is a last part of my presentation, the way forward. So next please. Yes, as you might know, our Prime Minister, Mr. Kishida, visited Cambodia last week, and as a result of the Japan and the Cambodia summit meeting, the two prime ministers shared the view that the digital has potential to elevate the bilateral relation to further height, and the importance of enhancing the cooperation in digital, which is a very good momentum for the JICA to contribute to the Cambodian government with the digital approach or innovative approach more than before. So next, please. This is my last slide, and the in response to the Prime Minister's kind of share, please see the left downside. Now we are accelerating the digital government project. Like a joint statement between the Japan and the Cambodia mentioned the importance of the to support the digital government project. It is very good for us to accelerate more the project. That's why I'm looking forward to discussing with the MPTC. Actually, they already they cooperate with us. And after next stage, like implementing the liquidity project, like a cybersecurity and the smart city and the backbone project, and both the government have a very strong passionate to contribute the digital issues recently. That's why we would very happy to support the Cambodian government's interesting. And after the implementing these projects, I believe that establishment of the inclusive and the secure economic system are established in Cambodia. And then I hope you remember that our third pillar is fostering a sustainable society through the strengthening of the governance. So JICA will continue to support the digital sector to Cambodia in both capital, like a cybersecurity project and the backbone project, and the provincial area, like a smart city project. And our cooperation to foster sustainable society will be the basement of the robust industrial development and the secure good quality of life in Cambodia. So thank you very much. My presentation is done. Thank you. Back to the chair.